Hi, this is Emily the Audi Nerd. Tonight we're here to look at the very last R8, the 2023 R8 GT. If you know what the R8 GT is, then you know how special of a car this is. For the second generation, Audi made 333 of these vehicles for the world to commemorate the end of the R8. Yes, the R8 is done. In today's video, we're going to be going over what makes the GT special and different from a regular rear-wheel drive R8. If you haven't watched my other video, I'll link it below in the description or up here if you wanted to toggle over and watch that now and come back to this one in just a bit. The first thing you'll notice about the R8 GT is it has a wicked cool body kit. And some of you have been following the R8 for a while may think, that looks familiar. That looks like the performance parts from 2017 that we never got. Back in 2017, when Audi reintroduced Audi Sport, they brought the performance parts for the R8 and the TTRS. However, here in the United States, we never got those. But Audi did give us one chance to have them for ourselves on this final R8 GT. The first thing I want to talk about is your full width carbon front splitter. You'll see it all the way along here. Something that's a really cool trivia, and I know this because I got to watch this car come all the way from the factory all the way over here, is that it had to be brought over on a really special boat. There's actually a clearance issue with the front, so even just 2 fists, that brings you all the way up to the top right there of your carbon splitter. You'll see also on the front here, you do have 2 carbon canters, which comes all the way along, sculpting across. And as I'm sure you can see, because this is a 2020, the performance parts are similar. However, they have been adjusted for the facelift version. The other part of this kit is your black rings and badges. So you have black rings up on the hood, and you know me, I only really like black badges when they're up on the hood like that, because then they do stand out against the red. Over on the side, you'll also see your R8 badge in the grille. The R8 GT got the very special Audi Sport forged 10-spoke wheels. You'll see these ones here, and these are cool because they're in gloss black. Going back to 2017 again for the performance parts for the TTRS, they were offered in matte black. The other cool thing about these is it does have the little Audi Sport logo down here, and it's not just written in red as we've seen on some of the other cars. I like it because it has this one little section so that way you can see how fast the wheel speed is. A lot like how Ken Block did that on all of his special wheels for his Hunatron and on other Audi Sport cars that you're seeing in the real racing world. These wheels are paired with the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, which are ultra performance, and I've heard from a lot of folks that have it on their RS3 or on other R8s and other vehicles that they track it. It just makes a world of difference on the track. Now, these wheels don't just look cool, they are also lighter. When you put all 4 wheels together, they are 17.6 pounds less than the regular rear-wheel drive wheels. This vehicle is also paired with carbon ceramic brakes. Audi tells us that these are very special fade-resistant carbon ceramic brakes. I don't have any more information on that specifically. If you do know more about these specific carbon ceramics compared to the regular Audi's carbon ceramics, please leave that down below in the comments. These carbon ceramics are 21 pounds less heavy than the regular steel brakes offered on the rear-wheel drive. Also part of the aero kit, you'll see your carbon fiber mirror caps, your black badges here for the V10, and your full carbon fiber side skirt along here. The R8 GT also has the full carbon fiber split side blades. So you have your one up top here and your lower, larger one down on the bottom. The cool part about the side blade is it's not just for looks. It is actually where the intake is for the engine. So while driving, you may think, oh my gosh, what's that whistling, that hissing sound? You're hearing the intake. You're hearing that hungry V10. Now at the back of the car, you can see the huge aggressive carbon fiber rear diffuser and the carbon fiber side elements you'll see along here as well. They are on both sides. The other cool thing is you'll see the large black oval exhaust tips. Now that means sport exhaust. According to several reports and articles, the United States R8 GTs are the only ones that got the sport exhaust. So thank you, Audi, for giving us something pretty cool for once. And now the element you've all been waiting for, the huge carbon fiber rear wing. This This rear wing is a really cool combination of gloss black here on the hangers and full carbon fiber for the whole rest of the wing. The cool part about the hangers here, you'll see, I love the, what I like to call RS elements, where on a lot of the RS vehicles on the door handles, you have those little cutouts for weight saving. They do the same type of thing here on the wing. I think that's super cool, and it's that kind of that tribute to different RS elements in other cars. According to several reports, this is the wing that they put on the R8 GT4 race car. However, this one just has a little bit more resin to withstand daily driving and car wash use. Now that we've seen the entire aero kit, I wanted to highlight the fact that it does have performance benefit as well. It is not just there for looks. At 92 miles an hour, the downforce is doubled compared to the regular R8 coupe, and it does have 114.6 pounds of downforce at 92. At 205 miles per hour, while yes, that is 5 miles an hour over the electronically limited top speed of the R8, however, they're converting when they're using the kilometers per hour to miles per hour. So we'll go with that. At 205 miles an hour, it does have 100 pounds more downforce at 551 pounds. To top it off, on the rear bumper, you'll see the R8 and the GT badge. That is the only spot on the exterior of the vehicle that has the GT badging. You'll also see your black rings here, and because this is the R8, I do love the black rings. The GT does get the more powerful version of the Audi V10. It does have 602 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque, the same as the all-wheel drive version. It does have an electronically limited top speed of 200 miles per hour. The 0 to 60 time is 3.3 seconds, and the quarter-mile time is about 11 seconds flat. Compared to the rear-wheel drive, it does have the entire carbon fiber kit on the engine bay as well. The interior of the R8 GT has some really special elements as well. The first thing I want to highlight is this really cool fixed back Recaro bucket seats. The cool thing about it is usually these are just offered as an option and they're not allowed to be customized in any way. But because this is a GT, we have some GT elements right here that are stitched into the seats, not just pressed in. The other cool part is bringing back the red seat belts, which are only available also on the first generation of the R8 GT. Supposedly, Audi only offered the Bang & Olufsen audio system on the US R8 GTs as well. This is pretty cool because this car is the ultimate road trip car. Audi made 333 of the final edition of the R8 GT, and for the United States market, we got 150 of them. This one in particular happens to be 199. Standard on the R8 GT is all of the carbon fiber interior elements as well, not just the exterior. So this entire console panel here, this is all carbon fiber all along the center cockpit and including the vents, including all the little interior elements with it as well. The other really cool thing on the R8 GT is something that we haven't seen before on the United States Audi, double stitched. So it has two different layers of the leather, so red leather and the black leather on the outside for the floor mats. And you'll see they also have the rhombus and the R8 GT logo. The red stitch is not only on the floor mats, it is all over the entire interior of the car. Another really cool unexpected element on the R8 GT is the carbon fiber door sills you'll see right here. This looks super cool when you look at the side skirt here and your carbon fiber door sill. Something else that we've never seen before in a US Audi is the red illumination under this. You can see this is all illuminated and it does have the aluminum trim. However, it's usually illuminated in white, but on the R8 GT, it is all red. Another really cool red element on the R8 GT is your red 12 o'clock marker and the red stitching all around the interior of the steering wheel. Now, if you're familiar with the R8 Performance or the V10 Plus, this steering wheel should look incredibly familiar because it is unchanged. However, there is something that's really cool about the R8 GT that's different from the other ones. But let's run you through some quick setup of the buttons so you know what you're looking at. You have your engine start stop here, you have your exhaust valve control button, and over here you have your drive select. You're going to toggle through drive select and you would change it as you would throughout your 4 different drive modes. Once in dynamic, now you see this little icon down here. This looks like a checkered flag. The dial moves on the outside and the button also works as well. So if you press that button, it puts you into performance mode. 7 different levels of drift mode. That is what this dial and this button gets you. However, it's a little bit of a misnomer because Audi calls it torque rear. But this vehicle is rear wheel drive, so it already has all the power in the rear. The 7 different levels are achieved by adjusting the amount of stability control. When you have the min setting, that is when it has the most stability control, the most nannies per se. When you all the way to the max, that's when it'll let you slide the most. Another really cool unseen element on the R8 GT is it does come standard with the carbon fiber front sway bar that reduces 4.4 pounds of overall weight. The other really cool thing that's only available on the GT is the anodized red front sway bar end links, and we'll show you a clip right here. I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity to take a look at these in person, and not only just one of them, but in my all-time favorite color, Tango Red. And as I mentioned earlier, Audi made 333 of these for the world. For the United States, we got 150 of them. We did 50 in each color. We got Tango Red, Mythos Black, and we also did get Daytona Gray. The only color that you may see on other press photos and other photos was a color that was introduced in other countries, that is the matte Suzuki Gray. But between you and me, I think we got the 3 best colors. Thanks for watching this video on this 2023 Audi R8 GT, the final farewell to the R8. I do have high hopes that maybe this vehicle will be coming back in a later video as a final tribute to the R8. If you have any other questions about this vehicle or other vehicles in particular, leave it below in the comments. Thanks for watching.